everyone, welcome back. And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Yani, and of course, I keep this very short. If you like this content and you like what you see, of course, I hope you click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more DIYs of this channel, come on over to my description box. There you find the link for this channel and for our main channel, Decor Easy. For today, I'm going to make two new DIYs. Of course, I hope you join me and take out your tumbling tower blocks and your glue gun. And if you only want to watch, have fun watching. You see already the main things we need for this DIY. We have here our tumbling tower blocks, our black scoreboard paint, our antique furniture wax, my glue gun, of course, some glue stick, a brush, some greenery, and I have here some lamps here, but I also have some little bit of the browner color ivy and some little branches like this we also are going to use. And you know already for this DIY we are going to make some spring apples, but of course always with my DIYs I do a little bit with a twist because I love the rusty color and the farmhouse look, so it will be a little bit different than the original apples, but you can color them any way you like. And you see already we are going to make the apples, and I'm going to do them in two sizes, a smaller one and a bigger one. We are going to start with a bigger one. So we take 4 blocks like this and we are going to glue them together like this. This is 1. This is number 2. Very easy like this. And number 4. And glue it as straight as you can like this. This is 1. Now we're going to make again 1 of 4 like this, and again squeeze it against each other like this, and I'm removing the glue immediately like this again, and try to get it, like I said, so straight as you can, because that gives your work a nicer look. And the last from this block is the number 4, and of course remove the glue, and of course also on the sides, don't forget the sides with the glue. We already have 2 of 4. Now we're going to take 3 and we're going to do 3 pieces like this, and so we're counting down like this. This is 1, and this is number 2, and we already have our first square, because with my blocks, if you have 3 on them, you have a square like this. And I also remove the glue on the back sides, because there's most of the time the most of our glue. And we're going to again 3 blocks of 3. If you are also into the DIYing and you are also DIYing together with me, let me know down below. I would love to know if you also get your blocks and do this DIY together with me, because I would love to know, because it's so much fun to DIY together. Sometimes people go live and they are doing a DIY live, but with my it's always so much is going wrong, and then I would take so much of your time. So I think that will be a live for a couple of hours, and I don't think a lot of you would love that. So now we have 1 of 2 like this, and we're going to for another 1 of 2, and then we are ready to build up the base of our apple. And of course a lot of you also use this way to make pumpkins, so you can also change them up for the next season, color them again, and you already have your own pumpkin. Just do some different leaves on top of it. So what we're going to do, we are going to glue the 3 parts on top of each. Now I'm doing it wrong, I mean the 4 parts. I'm so sorry, don't listen to me. I'm going to go for the 4 parts like this and glue them on top of each other like this. Squeeze it, press it down, and again like this. Then you get your block of 4 on top of 4 like this. Then we are going to get our 3 or 1. Of course I need some glue, so we do on the 3 we are going to do, of course, also some glue like this, and we are going to place it in the middle of the 4-piece like this. But we also take the other one of 3 and we're going to glue it immediately on the other side, but try to get it as even as you can because you want to have a nice apple. So try to glue it on the same height you did also the other one like this. I show it to you in a minute. You see, like this. And you see already, if you see here, you see already, I see it in the camera, an opening. That's why you can see that the blocks are never the same size. That's always a little difficult, but don't worry, everyone has the same problem. Like this. Now we take the 2-piece and we are going to do some glue on here, and we're going to glue this one in the middle of the 3 like this. And this is already 1, and now we're going to do this of 2, and we're going to do the same way like we did with the 3 part. Of course, try to get it at the same height you did your other one like this. And again, you are almost there. Now we need 2 of the ones, so like this. We're going to do some glue on here like this, and we are going to glue it exactly also in the middle of the 2. It's so easy to do, and like this, and then you can make your own apples for in your kitchen or on a tray or tea tray, just where you will use it for. And you see, like this, you already have the top of your already under the glue. You see already on my table is it's one big mess. So this is already the bigger one. What we're going to do immediately is we are going to go for the smaller one. And the smaller one is also, we are going to take 3 blocks. And again, I have to clean up my glue like this. This is already 1. And we're going to go for a number 2 like this. And place and press it down and keep it in place for a couple of seconds until it is dried up. You see already also on the back side is coming your glue. I think you have it a little bit less if you use a wood glue. So if you have wood glue, I'm still looking for wood glue which is drying a little bit faster than the one I have right now, because it takes so long. So that's not something you can show anyone with, because then every time you have to do the camera out and that's not so much of your time. I'm sorry, that was a really big noise. Of course I can cut this out, but I don't, because with DIY a lot of things are going wrong. So that's why I never leave it out, because when you're at home at yourself, you probably have the same problem. I'm going to do one with 2 again, like this. This is number 1, and we're going to go for this one, number 2. And we are going to build it up again. And for the smaller one, you can make, of course, maybe you want to have 2 or 3 or more, or maybe you only want to have the smaller sizes of your apple. That's also a possibility, of course. I'm going to go for this one, and we are going to glue it on top of here, like this. Squeeze it and press it down like this. We are going for the 2-piece. Of course, my glue needs a refill like this. And place it against each other and exactly in the middle, like this. I show it to you, like this. And we're going to do the other one. This DIY is so easy and fast to make, so, and like this, squeeze it against each other, and this is already the almost the part. We need 2 again, like this, and we are going to go for the last and place it on here like this, and the other one on this side like this, and place it over here like the same. Now we already have the base of a bigger one and a smaller one like this. So, and now I'm going to do the next step. You see, I changed my mat out for my painting mat because I have two different ones, one for the glue and one for the painting. You see already it's one big mess. I'm going to do both of them in the furniture wax, and I have two half blocks. Just very easy, just saw 1/2 of your normal tumbling tower blocks. And I'm going to paint this two in the black schoolboard paint, and I will do the apple itself I'm going to do in some furniture wax, but you can do it also in a red color or a green color if you like that more fitting for your decor. So I'm going to do both of them, and then we're going to do the next step. I have the little blocks in the black color, and now I'm going to take my furniture wax, and I am using a little bit of the brown rustic color, but of course if you have a different color, it's like I said earlier, it is also fine too. So I'm going to give it some wax coating. I think one is more than enough, and then I let it dry for at least a half hour, because I want to go that the furniture wax is really sucking into my wood, because this wood is really taking the furniture wax in. So I'm going to do this, and then we're going to do the decorating step. I let both of them dry in for a half an hour, and now I'm going to go over it and just remove the wax I don't need, because or else you have your own items on your wax, because wax will give can give a lot of stains. So I always go over with some kitchen towel and clean everything off which is not dried in. So I'm taking my time for this, and then we're going to glue the little stems on top of our apple. Everything is waxed off. I'm going to take my pieces of stems, and I'm going to glue them exactly in the pieces, which are 2 from 4, and exactly in the middle there I'm going to glue my stem like this, and I'm going to place it in the middle like this, and I have to be sure that I have it pressed down like this. This is one, and of course we are going to do the little one also, and going to place it again in the middle of the 3 like this, and press it down. Now you already have 2 little stems on top of it, but of course we are going to work with it. I am going to get some leaves and a couple of the little branches. You see here, you are very close on my table right now. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 of those little branches like this, and I'm going to cut off the ends, because that's for me is not a great side to see. And also on this side I'm going to cut off the ends. What I'm going to do, I'm doing a little bit of glue on this stem, like here, just a little bit, not too much, and I'm going to place it around it and just lay it over here and squeeze it in the corner. I hope you can see it like this in the back side. Just a little branch, it doesn't have to look good, so just do it this way. And I'm going to take this one. I'm also doing a little bit of glue on the edges of here, and just work my way around it and just squeeze it down on the bottom like this, and we hope that it will stay in place. So I keep it in place, or else I'm doing a little bit of glue extra like this. Now I'm going to take, I can choose 2 of the leaves, a little bit of the lambs here, and yeah, there's also a little bit like the feeling of a lamb here. or I'm going to do some ivory in this color, and I am really in love with this color. But of course I understand if you go more for the spring season, then of course I understand it. I'm going to cut off the ends of my ivy because there are little plastic ends on it, so I'm going to lay them a little bit sideways on top of each other. So I'm taking a little bit of glue like this, so over here a little drop. Of course I don't know what's today, but my glue gun is falling every time, and I'm going to glue this on top of here so you get it a little bit more sideways like this. Of course I know I'm very close to you. And I'm going to do some glue on the back side, and I'm going to glue it over here. So do some glue on the back side of your ivy like this, and then just squeeze it on here and just work your way down like this, and keep it in place for a little moment like this. And then you see already you have a nice little front of your apple. And of course I have to say this is a fantasy apple because this is more a rustic apple. If you color them in the red color or in the green color, he will look so much different. So I'm going to take a little piece of twine and we're going to give it a little bow. The bow is very easy to make. You just take a piece of twine, you do it a couple of times, you take it in your hands like this, and you do a couple of times around it like this, and you can make it as big as you want. I'm going to take it off like this. I'm going to squeeze the middle, and you still have it in your hands, and turn over just a couple of times in the middle like this, and you just go and cut off the piece. I have to go over it or else I can show it to you like this. And I'm going to do some glue over here and just lay this piece inside, and be careful that you don't burn yourself, because with my fingers I don't normally I don't feel anything, so don't worry about it, but be careful for yourself, because I wouldn't be that you have to burn yourself. So be careful like this. Just work a little bit with it and give it the look you want. And then we're going to place it, of course, against here. And I'm doing some glue on top of here. Of course, when I have the glue on my away from my fingers, like this. And we're going to place it in here. I have to look that I place it right, like this. And now you already have your own little rustic apple. I will do the smaller one the same way. Then I show you how the apples are looking like. And here you see already how both of them turned out. And of course it's a little bit like a fantasy apple, but I am really loving them. But of course I am so curious if you made them also and you did them in another color. Would you please take the time and make a little picture from it and just send it to us via email, because we have an email on this channel and of course also on our Decor Easy channel. I hope you give it a try and mail us, because I would love to see how he is in a different color. So if you do, I'm already so thankful for that. So we are going further through our next DIY. For this DIY, you see already again some tumbling tower blocks. I have here two little bird houses, but I don't know if I'm going to use this one or maybe two birds. So we will see what I will use. Some paint, some furniture wax, some glue, and of course a brush to paint and to wax. So what we're going to start with is just making two different sizes of stands from tumbling tower blocks. And you can do, I want to make them this way that you can use them for any thing. So you can do a little birdhouse, a little bird, or maybe something else on top of it. So it is just a nice stand to have in your decor, and you can even do maybe a cupcake or something else on top of it. For the stand we are going to do 3 blocks, and we're going to glue them together like this. Just do on the sides, we glue them this way and squeeze it, and we do another one like this, and we're going to press it And now we're going to make a second one, because for the bottom I'm going to need 2 of 3 blocks on top of each other like this. And we're going to do the last one and just place it against here. And what I'm going to do, you can place them of course this way, but I'm going to glue them on top of here, but just in the opposite direction like this. And I have to look, and I have them up the side like this, and I have to squeeze them a little bit like this. And now you all have a little packet this way and this way. So this is already the bottom. Now we're going to place the middle part. We are going to take 2 blocks of 2. This is 1, and we are going to glue them together like this. And I have to squeeze it. And we're going to do another one of 2, and like this. And this will be the base of the stand, and we are going to glue it together like this, and glue them on top of each other this way, and squeeze them real tight. Place them this way, of course, face them up. We're going to take a loose block, of course, like this, and I need a glue stick already. That's the bad thing about the glue sticks. They are always finished when you are filming like this. This is one, and we're going to do the other one like this, and try to get them as nicely on top of each other if you can, like this. And we are going to do it one higher, so we are going to do 2 blocks like this again, and place them against each other like this. And we're going to do a second one, and we're going to not make the same one again. Of course we make the same one, but we are going to do it differently because we want to have them really in the same angle. So I'm going to glue these 2 together like this, of course the same, and press it down like this. And we are going to glue this immediately on top of here, because we want to be sure that it is on the same angle like this before we glue the loose parts on top of here. So really glue on top of here and really press it down like this. And you see already, this is what I mean. Just glue it already on top of here, and now we can go exactly very easy. Just place the one on top of here, and you have it always on the same side you want to have it, like this. And really press it down and try to get it in the right angle, like you normally would do if you place it together like this. You see, now you have it on the same angle. And we're going to do the other one, of course, one on top and one over here, and again place it against each other like this, and remove your glue again like this. And now we already have the first stand from the smaller piece of our stand, and I'm going to glue this, of course, on top of here. And you see already 2 blocks are a little bit the same size like here, so you have to have it in the middle of this one. So again, do some glue on the middle on one piece over here like this, then place it down in the middle like here, and just look if you have it on the right spot, because you still can move it now. And later it's a little bit more difficult to move it, or else you have to break it. But of course you can break it, of course. It's glue, often the glue gun, so the glue is very easily to go off. So this is already a one piece of our stand, because the other one we make later. And now we're going to make the one with 3 heights. I made already the parts, because or else it takes so long of your time. So I'm going to glue also this 2 pieces of 3. I'm going to glue together, and of course I'll do it just like with the other one in another direction like this. I have to work very fast because or else he is glued already on top of each other, so we don't want that. So this way, this is already the stand, and now we're going to glue this one. We made part of 3 and here we did 2, but here we're going to do 3, and we're going to do again on the underside some glue like this, and do enough glue like this, and we are going to place it again in the middle like this. Look around if you have it on the right spot, and then squeeze it down like this. And now you already have 2 of your same little stands, and now we need the top of the stand. Of course, the top of the stand we keep very simple. We just do 3 blocks together and then use that as a kind of a tray like this. And the last one, and of course you can go over and go a little some ribbon around it, like if I showed you in a moment, like this. So you can go, this is just the table for on top, and you can go around it with some kind of ribbon or maybe with some lace, or you can decorate it any way you like. This is just a simple one, but I'm going not for one of 3, but I'm going for 2 of 3, the same like we did with the bottom, and I think that looks a little bit more sturdy and yeah, here in the Netherlands we say robust. I don't know if it is really a Dutch word, but robust means really sturdy, so, and can handle a lot of weight. So because they are very sturdy, so you don't have to be afraid that things are falling off. So again, do some glue on the top of here like this, and we are going to get the same base like we have from the other one, and also turn it over like this and squeeze and press it down like this. And now we also have the top the same like we have like the bottom, but you don't have to do it if you want to be a little bit spare with your blocks. Of course, I understand. Now I'm going to glue this one over here. So what I'm going to do, I'm turning it over. So I'm going to, oh, I'm already really struggling with my glue today. I'm doing some glue in the middle like this, and I'm going to turn it over and place it over here like this. Keep it turning around a little bit to see if you have it in the middle, then press it down like this, and then turn it over again. And now you already have your nice, very simple and rustic stand, and he's a little bit heavier than you do it just with 4 blocks, the middle pieces, because this is 2 of 2 and 1 on each side, and it gives a little bit more structure and of course a little bit more sturdiness. So I'm also going to make the top for this one. Now you see already both of our stands are finished, and I show you a little bit closer so you see how nice the structure is and how sturdy is. He's really sturdy, so I am really happy with how both of them turned out. And what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm probably going to do some birds on top of here. I show you the birds in a moment, but first I'm going to give it some furniture wax coating on top of here, and I do both of them in this color, but go ahead, take any color you like. Like I always say, this is just an inspiration. You can do anything you like. So I will finish both of them off, and then we're going to do the next step. I have both of them in the furniture wax. What I'm going to do, I let it dry for half an hour, the same like we did with the apple. I'm going to go over with my, of course, with my kitchen towel and just wipe off everything we don't need. And most of the time, there's a lot of wax coming off. Maybe it's also me that I use a little bit too much wax, because I like a little bit of the darker color. Maybe that's my problem. So, but at least go over it to see if something is coming off if you're using a wax. So I'm going to finish this off and then we're going to do the birds. In my stash, I just found it very cheap birds and they were only 99 cents. So it's similar like $1. So they are very cheap and they are a little bit of, we call it here parelmoer. I don't know how you call this shiny color. It looks a little bit like ivory color maybe, but for me they are too shiny and a little bit too much glam. But of course, if you like the glam, you are just having the right bird. But I'm going to paint them in the schoolboard paint black. And of course, I use the black schoolboard because I am loving the matte finish. So I'm going to paint both of them because we are going to place them on top and make a little display on our stand. You see already our little birds are painted in the black color, but of course, like I always say, do it in any color you like. And I am going to take two of those little wreath, and they are just from twigs, so they are very cheap and I buy them already most of the time a lot, and on AliExpress there you can find them very cheap, but you also can buy them at Dollar Tree, Dollarama. You can buy them at Amazon if I am correct. So I just take two of them and I use the brown color. If you don't like the brown color, of course you can use also the some paint and to make them a white or black or red or green, just what you want. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take a piece of my garland I already use for the apples, at least my fantasy apples, because I know a lot of you would say this is not really an apple because he is green or red. So, but like you know me, I always have a little bit different. So I take a couple of the leaves off and I'm using a couple of these brands, and you see this a little bit of a trick you also use with some Easter or spring decor, but I think you can use it all year round because it's a nice brown color. Even when the fall is coming, it's a nice structure in your work. So I pulled off a couple of them like this, so two of this, and I'm going to pull off a couple of the leaves, and you see already on the back side of the ivy leaves I take away the back side, the underside, the plastic, because then I can work it a little bit better on top of my wreath. And so I'm going to make first a nice little nest, and then later we're going to glue our bird on top of here, and then we're going to glue everything together on top of here. So we make first a little nest. So you see I pulled off a couple of the leaves already, a little bit of the lighter color and a little bit of the darker color. But if you like a brighter green or maybe some lavender, or maybe you like something else around your wreath that you can use as a nest, go ahead. I use this one because I think it will be matching with my apples, my fantasy apples. So what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to take off the plastic backside. I mean this one. I'm just pulling it off on the backside, and now I can glue a couple of our ivies on top of here. I think I use 4 or 5. So I'm take one of the leaves and just go to the back side and do a little bit of glue on the back side. And what we're going to do, we are going to lay it a little bit on the inside of our wreath like this. You see, just a little bit on the inside, and keep it in place for a little moment like this, so it gets a little bit his shape over here like this. This is one, and now we're going to place the other one against the other one like this, so just in the opposite direction, like here, also a little bit in the middle, and place it over here. And if this is coming out, do just a little bit glue over here and just tip it off on this side. And I can also do on this side if you think it's coming off a little bit too easy. Then we're going to do this way, and now he stays very nice in place. We're going to take the other one and we're going to place it in the middle of this one. Again, do some glue over here and place it in the middle and a little bit down the wreath like this. And almost when your leaves are almost a great size, then you can cover all the pieces of your wreath, but of course I want to see a little bit of the wreath still because I like the rustic color of the leaf. And of course lay it again like this, and I'm just going to show you. This is what I mean. And of course you still see the back side, and I'm going to take the lighter color, take off the stamp again, the back side of the stamp, and now I'm going to place them in between both of the darker ones like this. So do some glue on the back side and lay it exactly in the middle like this. And now I'm going to do the other one. Of course, some glue on the back side, and again against this one in between. Then you get a nice little color, a little bit of darker green, lighter green. And now we're going to go for this one. And again, do it on the back side and place it in between like this. Lean it over, and now the other one. And so you only need a couple of leaves. I only use 8, 4 lighter one, 4 darker one. And I'm going to place it in between here like this. And you see, now you already have a nice little wreath, and you just make it from only 8 little leaves. Of course, remove your glue because you see already I have some glue over here, but I always have some. And if you place now your little bird in top of here, it looks very nice. Of course, it's a little bit dark because the lighting here is very bad. I'm going to take some little pieces of our twig, and I'm going to cut off the back side like this. And now we only get a nice stamp like this, and I'm going to glue it on the underside and just lay it on the darker side of the leaf like this, and just keep it in place for a little moment like this. We get another one, cut it off, and again place it in the darker side, a darker leaf. But if you want to have it in the other leaf, it's also fine, but I'm going to do it in this leaf. Keep it in place for a little moment like this. Of course, if it doesn't glue immediately, just do some new glue on top of it. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it glues a little bit better than the other times. And again, I'm going to cut off this part, and I'm going to do this one against one. This is the same one as the other one. So again, lay it on top of here like this. And I keep it in place for a little moment until it can dry up a little, like this. And now we only need a smaller one, and it will be this one, like this. And we are going to glue this one over here and do some glue on the end. I always love working with this kind of little displays, so I can really get lost in it. So because it's so easy and so much fun to make your own unique little pieces like this. You see, oh, now you already have 4 little twigs on each side like this. But of course you still can see a little bit of glue and a little bit of the stamp, and I don't really like it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take again a little bit of the smaller leaf like this one, like this, and I'm going to place it more down and a little bit over here, so we still can see the darker green leaf, but I'm going to place it over here. It is very easy. We just place those little leaves over the ending of our twig, so we don't see the upside of the twig, of the end side of the twig, you see, like this. If I have my glue away, or else you only see some glue, You see, now we work away the ending of our twig, and we do that with all 4 of them. So we do some glue again on the sides and place it over it and a little bit down, but over the ending like this. But we need little smaller leaves because or else everything will cover the darker ones, and that's not what we want. And we're going to glue this one over this like this. And the last one, again some glue on the back side, and it is so easy to make your own little unique displays. Just try it because you will have so much fun making those cute little displays. And now I do it on a wreath, but you can do it on anything. You even can do it immediately straight ahead on top of your stand. Just lay one leaf this way. I have to show it to you. I think I can do it better with a darker one. One this way, one this way, one this way, and one on the other way. And then in the other directions you are going to do on the cover, on the points you are going to do the lighter colors, and also 4 of them. And then you place your bird inside, and you don't even need the wreath. So you can have many possibilities how you can decorate such a nice stand. So my stand is very simple and easy. It's just a very easy bird nest, and I can easily now glue my little bird on top of here like this. And this is how he's looking like right now. Of course, he's a little bit dark for you this way, this way, but of course, I think maybe I can give it some little eyes, some white dots of eyes. So, but I'm going to glue this on top of here, and then we're going to glue it on here. So I'm going to do some glue on his feet, a little bit over here and on this feet, and a little bit on the underside of the, I don't know, the underside of, of his backside, like this. And I'm going to place it on top of here and wait a couple of seconds until it is dried up before we go to glue it on top of here. And I will make first, of course, the second little nest. And I gave it 2 white eyes, but I don't know, I find him a little bit creepy, creepy this way. So I don't know if I will paint it black or not, but I think it's, I don't know if I like it this way, but we will see. We have all the parts finished. We have our stands, we have our 2 little bird nests, and I'm going to glue this one in a moment on top of here. And so you already have your own little nice display. And I am really loving our little stand with our bird nest, and so easy to make. Everyone can make it. And I have here as an example a little bow also we made with the apples. You can give it also a nice little bow on top of here. So to finish it off, I will have to think about if I do it. You will see that in the end review. And here you see a quick impression of our Tumbling Tower Blocks stands and our Tumbling Tower Blocks fantasy apples. That's what I call them. I know it was a little bit of a chaos DIY this time, but I had so much fun making it. Sometimes I want to tell you a little bit more than I can in a short time. So, but for now, of course, I show you the quick impression a little bit closer. But if you like this content and you're not subscribed to my channel, of course, I hope you will go down below in my description box, and there you find the link for this channel and for our main channel Decor Easy I'm doing together with Diane. So enough talking. I wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. And of course, I hope to see you Saturday. And if you see it on a weekday, of course, have a beautiful week, everyone. Bye.